First video on YouTube, Cycle with Michael. I want this channel to be about something I'm quite passionate about. As you go from your 20s to 30s to 40s, and I'm 48 and three quarters, approaching 50, and I've done a lot of sport, been very active throughout my life, playing football, cricket, tennis, you name it, any ball sports. And I've recently taken up cycling in 2021, outdoor road cycling. Uh, really started to enjoy it, and it displaced. I used to do a lot of running, but over the years I've had a couple of ACL injuries. I've had issues with my knees and ankles, and I wanted a more low impact exercise regime that I could literally go outside of my home and do 30, 45 minutes an hour and burn the calories, keep myself reasonably fit. Tried to keep in the pack, obviously not get dropped, so I needed to keep over and around 350 watts, which is over 4 watts a kilo for me. It started steadying, and I thought legs felt really good. I thought let's just have a bit of fun and see if we can pull away. And for a few seconds there was a 2-3 second gap, but bit of naivety. The pack peloton are literally 5, 6, 7, 8 meters behind me. They got me in my sights. They could easily catch up, but I thought I'd keep the pedal down, over 300 watts, keeping the red. I just wanted to keep a nice pacey race. It's only just over 14 miles, castle to castle. Obviously, you can see on the top right, one big climb. Group catches up as I slow back into the orange and the yellow, doing between 275 and 300 watts. And I can just ease off slightly as I'm getting a bit of draft. And I'm at the front of the front pack, just where I wanted to be. Still in the leading on the race. Over a minute gone, nearly half a mile. And I just wanted to sit in now. You can see on the top right, the group are slightly dispersed, but we're not dropping anyone in the top 20. Jay Vigels decides to put a bit of a press on, so I try and follow him. But the rest of the pack, yeah, we're not losing anybody, we're not dropping anybody, still 5, 6, 7 metres. Put in a bit of red and orange to keep up with him. I'm averaging over 290 watts. Remember, my FTP before this is 240. In gear 16. I run in the big cog, and I know a lot of people go on the second chain. I'm running a Zwift single cog, an old Specialized bike with the Wahoo Kickr. I used to run on the cassette, but now run on the single cog. It's going back to the race, nearly a mile gone. I'm just nicely in the pack here. Still on the flat. Probably seeing another mile we'll get to the climb. I'm much better at the flat than the climb. Zip on to the bit, accelerate onto the climb, literally there. This climb, it's a mixture of yellow and oranges, and there's the odd horrible 9-10%, and it's a gradual climb. I'm not good at climbing because I'm relative. There'll be riders here 10-15 kilos lighter than me putting out the same watts. So as you can see, I'm having to stand up, get over 400 watts to stay at the front. But I've got the energy and I've got the bit between my teeth here. I've got it in my legs. Going back to my Zwift bike, yeah, I like to run on the big front chain. I know it's not ideal. You should be on the perhaps the smaller ring, front ring, to help keep the wear and the friction reduced uh, on your chain. It's more aligned. The pack are catching me here. I'll drop down to 15 on a flat part, ready for the second part here. I love Barocca. I have 1 litre for anything less than 20 miles because I'm trying to lose weight. I don't have any gels. That's usually about an hour for me, about 750 to 900 calories, depending on the intensity and the effort I'm putting out. I have a litre with a Barocca dissolved in it, and that usually gives me the motivation. I try and take a sup every mile, unless I'm on the hills, which is probably every half mile. But yeah, really feeling it. This race was fast. So I'm not a big sprinter. I struggle a bit on the sprints, to be fair. I can push out, I think my max is about just over 700 watts for 5-10 seconds. And I know people in Cat C, Cat D, some of the stronger riders can put up near 1,000 watts for 15 seconds. So I've got to do really well on the flat, hope that the front group, a little front group, pull away, so I'm at least in the top half. But the aim here was just not to get dropped on this hill, because I'm weak on the hill. I knew on the flats I could catch up. Downhill, I really like to put it over 250 watts and 300 watts. As you can see, I'm struggling a bit here. I've got dropped down to the 14th gear, putting over 5 watts per kilogram, nearly 400 watts. Put a little burst there. I can see a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I can see the peak of the hill, 3-4% hill. It's just tiring. It's constant, and if people are going at a pace, and it's all relative, of course. You know, this group is my level. I'm ZRS 380, I think, and it is so competitive. Out of the 36 riders you can see on the right, I reckon this pack is probably 20-25. So competitive. ZRS is really optimising. It's a great way of optimising levels and standards for different riders. Got to the front unbelievably with a bit of a bit of a push, and I'm just begging for that flat, because I know I can hold my own on the flat. There's probably 20 riders here. I'm enjoying it, but this is putting me on my limit. 275 average is 35 watts. I've only been doing 3.6 miles, but that's 10 minutes in the red, basically, on average. I wanted to increase my FTP here. Quick acceleration here. Staying in the pack. It's a lot of fun. Just going back to that, I was FTP. I got myself to 264, and as I said in the intro, I was a low Cat B rider. Couldn't quite pull off wins in Cat C, but I was strong in any Cat C race unless it was constant hills. And I was mid to back of the pack on Cat B, but I was pleased with that. I'm nearly 50 years old. Pace at the moment, you can see there's a couple of people attacking, and I wanted to keep them within distance. So I'm not slowing up here. I'm not sat in the back of the pack just waiting. As you can see, I try and little burst here, 300 watts to get into this group of 3. And again, you think, oh, we're going to drop the group behind, but someone goes ahead. makes a little attack. Guy in pink is pushing there, and there's, if you look on the right, the whole pack have made a little push here, and we're still just over halfway. Tremendously competitive. You can see me trying to get a bit of a break by sitting back. I'm mopping my brow, sweating, panting. I haven't got a heart monitor. That's something I do need to get. But I'm stood up just to keep in the pack on a little light 2%, 1% gradient here. One thing that's really funny, by the way, you're wondering perhaps why I'm not using my power-ups, because a bit of a newbie to YouTube, on the last practice in the morning, I did 5 miles on the previous race here, and ridiculously pressed the space bar to do the power-up, and didn't realise, and I'd stopped recording. Absolute noob to YouTube, technically adept. So I did 6 miles at Red, probably 45 minutes before this. So I was slightly tired, but as I said, I was very fresh. It was early in the morning, just had my breakfast, strong filter coffee. That always gets me going. 10 miles in here, front of the pack, feeling very confident, but I know I need to be right at the front if we're going down to the last 0.2 of a mile and we're racing, because I know in here there's going to be 6, 7, 8, 900, 1,000 watt sprinters for 10 seconds, and they'll just take me on the line. Knowing that I've been pretty much big gas all the way through here, we're settling just over 250 average here. But I know these races, when you get to the last 3 miles, 5k, the pace will up in the pack, and we'll be up near 250 to 300 again for those last 3 miles. And then I know in the last mile it will move up again, because some of the pack like me aren't big sprinters and know they have to stretch the sprinters and tire them out before they get to the finish. That's why I love Zwift. It's just fun, it's tactics. Yes, I'm riding in my little pain cave shed, but it's so much fun. And you do 45 minutes an hour on here, you're burning whatever, 650, 750 plus calories. Just knock it forward here. I kept in the pack, there or thereabouts. Average 251. It's got a bit more consistent here. This screen graphic is an accident, and I didn't know how to remove it. So, hey, I'm just being honest. This is just me not knowing how to use the editing software. I'm sure my videos, my audio will improve as I learn this system. But it's just about, I want people in and around my age and older, just to hopefully get motivated and to demonstrate, whether you're on a road bike or on Zwift, you can keep fit, keep the weight down. And do you know, I think it's a lot of fun. I really do enjoy it. Coming to the line here, I've just backed off that pack because I just have nothing in my legs. I got up for a second, coming up 100 feet to the line. I'm going to be finishing above halfway. Yes, I see that person behind me. There's no flag, by the way, there. Fantastic. Average 251 watts. Just slowing down, getting a break. I really, really enjoyed that. It's a lot of fun. It was fast. I'm going to be doing a lot of workouts to try and build up my sprinting power, especially at the end of almost a full gas run, this for me. And it's all relative, but doing an average of 250 watts, it's a lot for me at this moment. I'm 5'8" and a half and 77 kilos. I'm going to try and get under 75 kilos. I can't increase my height, unfortunately. And my end of year goal is to try and get to 300 watts, which is roughly 4 watts per kilo. And if I can do that before I'm 50, and then find a way of looking to improve on that and have a lot of fun doing it. That's exactly what I want to do. By the way, in my shed, it's not very well placed, but my wife's bike's hung up on the left. And yes, those the steering column and the brakes do get in the way. They're not as close as they look on the camera, by the way, but they are quite annoying. Just coming out here, look at the figures. Oh, I just wanted to save it. Just looking at the stats. Yeah, the winners. Let's have a look. The winners averaged, he's doing 3 watts a kilo, averaged 300. Let's have a look. Cycle with Michael, over 250, 3.26 watts per kilo. I'm very pleased with that. Look at the times. Again, I was 2 or 3 seconds behind the first pack. I couldn't quite close that. I've got up to 389. Let's have a look. Look how competitive it is. What was the winner? Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.